My SS1 student, I welcome you once more to our online lesson. Let me remind you that this topic on the board is your 5th and 6th week. You know, 7th week is midterm break, and after that, you have 3 more topics to treat, which means we are about to finish your scheme. The only lies on you in revising along with the teacher. The topic is fluids at rest and in motion. When I say fluids stand for liquid and gas, excluding solid. That's the general name for liquid and gas. Then, when you say at rest, we talk about surface tension. When you say in motion, we talk about viscosity. So I'll take them one by one. The surface tension is 5th week topic, while viscosity is 6th week topic. So that are treated together. Let me start by definition. Surface tension. Once you hear the word tension, tension refers to force. Tension. Surface tension is the property of a liquid this is the property of a liquid which makes its surface to behave as though covered by an elastic scale. So this is complete definition. Or I give you another one. It is also defined as force. As I told you, when you hear tension, talk about force. As force. Defined as force. Per unit length. Force per unit length. Acting on the surface of a liquid at right angle to a line drawn on the liquid surface. On the liquid surface. Let me warn here. Some of you will start with the first definition and end up with the second one, which is wrong. Majority of the 80% of the candidates, they will say it is defined as the force per unit length, which makes something. So please, when you want to do the first one, use its property of a liquid, which makes its surface to behave as though not actually covered, but it behaves as though covered by an elastic scale. Or it is the force per unit length acting on the surface of a liquid at right angle to a line drawn on the liquid surface. Some will say it is defined as the force per unit length which makes the liquid surface. So it's wrong. So now you take one, this first one is called second one. Let us now discuss the origin of surface tension. The origin of surface tension is that when you have a liquid poured inside a container like this. You know, liquid has molecules. This is liquid. It has liquid molecules. Have liquid molecules, which is 0. Then have those at the top. This one here is liquid because you know you have what we call intermolecular forces. So there's a force between the molecule. There's a force between the molecule. There's a question I asked my students when I was doing my youth corps. They explain why the existence of liquid suggests that they have both attractive and repulsive force. The attractive is that you can never separate the liquid. Even if you take a liquid from the cup, they are still joined together. If you take a liquid, the minute we join together, they have attractive force. So there's a force holding one molecule and the other. They are not, because you are taking a cup of water. There's a space in that total water where you are taking the water. Also, repulsive is that when you get the liquid together and you squeeze it, there's a time where you cannot squeeze it further. So it has repulsive force. So this liquid here, liquid A here, yes, if we deal with liquid A, that is liquid molecule A, has force of attraction on different sides. So it's liquid. Think about it. Somebody is pulling you from the left hand, another from the right hand, and these two forces are equal. Will you move? You will not move. You are in equilibrium. But when you come to this surface liquid, the surface liquid has the force of attraction inward, and the liquid wants to escape. So these two forces will now form. That's why now what we call surface tension. So you see, it's now at right angle. Inward force, total force, inward. Nka will give you total force here down. So that liquid will be like this. These are the forces, and this is total force inward. So that's why the liquid will now stay as if it is hang on something. Hang on something. That's what they call surface tension. Remember, there's no way you can talk about surface tension without talking surface of a liquid. It is a surface phenomenon. You have to know that. It occurs at liquid surface, not an entire liquid. Then the next thing I want to discuss is unit. From this, unit is Newton per meter. This will be J. They will ask you, which of the following is SI unit of surface tension? That will define as Newton per meter. In dimension, we have done that in first term, dimension analysis. Dimension, yeah, has the unit, SI unit, Then dimension, is M T by 2. No, M stands for mass, T stands for time. So know these two, unit and dimension. Then let us go further on this. Then what do we observe? What do you observe physically to suggest this phenomenon? Physical observation that agree with this. Sometimes you may see certain things. You know, science is used to explain certain things in nature. Example, when we are small, you go and wash clothes. Sometimes you will rub your two hands together and you blow it small. You will see that the soap bubbles coming out will be spherical. Soap bubbles. Rub it after washing, the soap stay on your hand. Rub their palm and then blow it, and then gently, not big. You will see that you have put the air inside it, and the surface tension of the soap will not allow the air to go out. It will now come out in the form of bubble, soap bubble. So wow! Soap bubbles are spherical in shape. Phenomenon, effect of surface tension, effect of surface tension. Good way. Question number 1. Soap bubbles are spherical in shape. In shape. This is physical thing you can see. Number 2. When water is dripping from the tap, I use the word dripping, not running. You cover the tap, and maybe the tap is still leaking. Before the water will drop finally, it will be spherical in shape. Go and try it. Or when the drip, we are in the hospital and they put drip for you, drip is just dropping. Before the drip will drop, the shape will be spherical. So water dropping from a tap is spherical in shape. It says water dropping slowly. But I believe it was dropping slowly. Not when you go with the entire water. It says this is water slowly dropping from tap is spherical in shape. Another one is when you go where the painters are painting rooms or buildings. They are what they call the painter's brush. The brush they use to paint. When they put it inside the water, maybe they have finished paint, they want to wash it. When they put it inside the water, the hairs will scatter. But when they move it from the water, they cling together. The hair will scatter when you drop it inside the water. But when you bring it out from the water, the hair will come together. That's the effect of surface tension. So, hairs of painter's brush, hairs of brush for painting, scatter when deep into water. When deep into water, but clench together when removed. When removed from water. These things you can demonstrate it yourself, you can try it to know whether these things you can observe them. That's why I'm demonstrating it. Then another one is if you live in a riverine area, there's a bird we call pond scatter. They can now fish on water surface while searching for fish inside the water. You see it. In my own area, they call it Kuri area. It will start on water surface. So it just stands on this surface tension on water. So another one is number 4. Number 4 is a bird called pond scatter. A bird called pond can walk on the surface of water. The next one is this one. You imagine it, but when we resume, remind me of that. I will bring the mercury for you. When you pour a mercury on a glass plate, mercury form small spherical droplets. Mercury cling together. And when I told you, mercury has high cohesive force. They cling together. If you pour mercury on your body, the way you pour water, you don't need that way because all the mercury will go away from your body. So mercury has high cohesive force. You don't get adhesive force at all. So mercury spared mercury spared on a clean glass plate forms spherical droplets. The next one is this is more practical. When you get a blotting paper or filter paper, quietly, do the work quietly, drop it on the surface of water in a glass cup. Then quietly again, take an office needle or pin, drop it on the surface of that filter paper, allow it to stay. After a short while, step forward, we absorb water and then fall inside the water, while the pin will float on the water. You know that a pin has higher density than water, so it's supposed to sink. But if you shake the water, it will sink, but it has high density. But if you do it gently, it will float. It's rested on the surface tension of the water. So stay needle. Stay needle with density. The density higher than water, can float on the water surface. Can float on the water surface if placed, the condition, if placed gently. If placed gently. So this one is practical. Another one that you can practicalize, go and do it now. I will just mention it, you do it. Get a powder, you know, a raw powder a lot, or chalk particles. Get a glass of water. Pour powder or chalk particles on it. Remember about crystal and amorphous. They must float because they are amorphous. They are insoluble in water. You see, they will float. Then get a rod. A rod can be nail, 6 nail. Rub it. Then dip it inside soap solution. Prepare a soap solution. Detergent anything. Dip that rod. That zinc nail, inside the soap. Then remove it and then dip it inside that glass cup where the chalk particles and the powder particles are floating. So once you dip it, they will run away from that particle will run away from the nail. They run away from the nail. When you remove it, they come back again. Go and do it. It's very interesting. Get the 6 inches nail, rub it. Put it inside the soap solution. Then have another container that has chalk particles floating on it, or powder particles. Then dip it. You don't touch it inside it. You see the chalk particle will run away from the nail. I'll tell you the reason for that. Not for the nail. But when you remove it, they come back again. These are effects of surface tension. Then let's not go to application of surface tension. Application of surface tension. When you apply, let me tell you, when we are studying anything in physics, that has no application. It didn't worth studying. So surface tension has a good application. Number one, cleaning action of soap and detergent. Cleaning action of soap and detergent. That's the effect of surface tension. When you have a stubborn plate to wash, maybe a plate used to eat food that contains oil. You see, you want to use ordinary water to clean it, you have a problem. Your mom will say, go and take soap. So, because you know that when you take soap, it will destroy the surface tension of that oil there. You cannot clean it. Water cannot do that. Also, construction of umbrella or raincoat or tent. You see, when you have an umbrella, try this one, and it's raining, you can use it to cover yourself from rain. But if you touch inside, touch the inside of it, you are inviting the rain to come in. The rain is not beating you. So touch the inside. You have to organize the surface tension. Because when the rain is beating the umbrella, there's surface tension holding the rain from coming in. But once you touch inside, the rain will come in. Also, the way you control our protein bar, which you use to pour water. You pour water inside it. So the water cannot go out because something covered the water before the protein bar. So all these things are applications of surface tension. Please note that effect and application are not the same thing. Effect and application are not the same thing. Then let me go to factors affecting surface tension. Factors. Number one is temperature. When you heat the temperature of any liquid, you have destroyed or have reduced its surface tension. So increase in temperature, lower the surface tension. Increase the lower the surface tension. Then the next one is impurities like detergent, soap, kerosene, methyl spirit, and all the rest. They lower the surface tension. As I told you, that when you have oil in the plate, I want to wash it. If you pour water there, the oil will just be looking at you. Water will go away. But once you apply detergent or soap, it will go away. Or if you're a mechanic, after working somebody's car, they may have grease on your body or your palm. They say, I want to wash it with ordinary water. It won't go. But once you bring kerosene or petrol, it will remove it. Or get soap, it will remove it. So when you get detergent, it lowers the surface tension of a liquid. So these are the factors. Now let me go to adhesion and cohesive force, which I mentioned while teaching this. Adhesion and cohesive force. You have two forces holding substances, molecules of substances. Either it's cohesive or it is what? Adhesive. When you say cohesion, cohesion is attraction. Cooperation. In 1979, when, I may not be born by that time, when NPN and NPP, some of them can won enough seats to control the federal House of Assembly. Then the then president of the candidate of the NPP, Honorable Dr. Nadia Zikiwe, and the Shagare, who was the president of the NPN, they want to form cooperation. Yeah, they want to cooperate, alliance, so that they can now pass bill at the assembly. So along the line, Ziki said, no, in cooperation, mean that maybe you co this month, I operate. Then the next month, I co, you operate. But in that alliance, only NPN is operating, while NPP is going. Therefore, the alliance was disorganized. All the parties went on their own. So when you say cooperation, it means two things. Cooperate with me now. You cannot cooperate adhesive alone. Then when you talk about cohesive force, you talk about the force that hold molecules of the same substances together, not cohesive force. The same substances together. That's why the mercury has high cohesive force than adhesive force. So you cannot have association with other substances. That's why mercury forms small spherical droplets when dropped on anywhere. So that when you drop mercury on the ground, you can play it as a ball. You may doubt whether that is a liquid. But when you put it in a container, you shake it, it will behave like a liquid. Then adhesion. Sometimes after building the table, you say, let me put adhesion on it. You cover it. Is it adhesive? Adhesive is not strong. It means two substances. So adhesive force is force of attraction between molecules of two different substances. These two forces, they have their effect in nature. For example, water weighs glass. Why is water weighs glass? Because water has high adhesive force than cohesive force. Water has love with the glass, with your body. That way, after taking bath, some water will go, others will remain. Because love your body, don't want to go. Then I have to invite the towel, come and move this stubborn water, you don't want to go. Otherwise, I cannot wear your cloth like that. So water has high cohesive force. Oh, high adhesive force, sorry. High adhesive, it adheres on your body. So, but mercury is a long way glass, but it has high cohesive force than adhesive force. So, mercury love each other. So, when one molecule is going, others will follow and go. But on water, when one molecule is going, others will remain. So, that is high adhesive force for water and high cohesive force for mercury. Water weighs glass. That is it. Then, finally, capillarity. Capillarity is the tendency of a liquid to rise or fall in a narrow tube. I will explain this next lesson. I just want to introduce it like this. Capillarity. Now, if this is the level, I will tell you why it will rise and why it will fall. Either it rises or it falls. Then when you put this, the water will move up like this. This is capillarity. Or you have another one like this, the same thing. But this one, I have it like this. You see the leveling. The water here will, liquid here will somewhere here. So this is rising, this is depression. This is for water, this is for mercury. I will tell you why. But you have to know why, because water has more rock with the glass tube, while mercury has the glass tube. So it will fall. If possible, want to go away from the glass tube. For this to now follow the glass tube and rise up. This thing has a very good application in life. Otherwise, you cannot. When there is water on your floor of your room, the next thing is to go and get rag. Why do you get rag? Because rag will do the need to remove the water there. If there is no capillarity, you cannot bring rag. Rag will not work. Or when you put kerosene inside your stove, you are expecting the stove to burn because the wick of the stove will be absorbing water absorbing kerosene will rise up, otherwise it cannot burn. The time is against us. We stop at capillarity. I will say more about it before you go for viscosity. Thanks for your listening.